Would you believe me if I told you that Call of Duty has an official zombies roguelike mode? I know people are very kind of split in between with the zombies in Cold War because it's so different to the old ones. Like the old ones were really horror inspired and, you know, they were still arcadey, but they weren't overly complicated. But Cold War introduces a load of new systems like armor crafting, and, you know, it's got like RPG elements with like the weapon rarity and stuff. And at first I was kind of like, I don't know how I feel about that. But it grew on me a lot, actually. I tried out the standard maps, you know, this one. But one day I was just scrolling through and I was like, what is Outbreak? So when I decided, let's try out this Outbreak mode, I just loaded up into this big open world and I was like, what's going on? Why are there zombies roaming around the place? Why are there loot chests? Why is there this big totem with a dragon in it? Why is the mystery box and the pack-a-punch machine just in the middle of nowhere? At first I was like, is this just going to be some lazy-ass Warzone zombies like Modern Warfare the 3rd? But as I played, it started to click with me. Like, this is very different. This is really cool. And then the realization started to kick in that, like, this is really similar to a roguelike. So the way Outbreak works is that you're transported into this big semi-open world map, either by yourself or with a squad. There's multiple objectives and challenges spread around each map, and once you complete all of them, you get rewards, and then you also move on to the next area. So it's got like stage-based progression, and a run of this could literally go on for hours. Like I could be on like stage 5 before I realize I've been playing for 4.5 hours. If I could compare this to any specific game, it would be like a first-person Risk of Rain 2. In a sense, like I said, that there's shrines and totems and challenges you can do, and there's chests everywhere, and it's a semi-open stage with loads to explore and find. Just wait for this train to pass. So it's not exactly like a modern roguelike, you know, it doesn't have hundreds of items like The Binding of Isaac, Risk of Rain 2 or whatever. You can't like completely and utterly break the game where everything is exploding and dying around you. Well, you kinda can. It's like traditional zombies, you know, you got your weapons, you got perks, but then you can also like pack-a-punch your weapons and upgrade them, you know, like standard zombies. You can also get ammo mods like Shatter Blast, Cryo Blast, Brain Rot, which basically just turns zombies into your friends. And then once you've completed all the objectives in the current stage you're in, you do this one grand event that kind of ends everything. And once that's over, it summons the teleporter and you can move on to the next stage, or you can call in an exfil and just end the run, or you could just upgrade the stuff that, you know, you could have done anyway, except now it's all together instead of being spread open around the place. And, you know, it does have a bunch of like currency systems in the game. Like, you know, when you finish a run or do challenges, you get these, I think they're called Ethereum crystals, not to be mistaken with NFTs or crypto. But you can use this stuff to upgrade your abilities and your weapons. Like, you can actually upgrade the perks like Juggernaut, Quick Revive. You can upgrade them to do some extra little buffs and cool things. But also in the game you have like an ultimate ability, you know, a cryo freeze bomb that freezes all the zombies in this big AoE blast, and then another one that sends you into like the shadow realm for like 10 seconds so the zombies can't see or hurt you. But you can upgrade these to last longer and to have more abilities and stuff, so that's cool. And like I said, there's these different challenges you can do, like the chest with a guy's soul trapped in it, and you have to destroy these other 3 orbs that spawn waves of enemies that really hard, but then you get these trophies that pack-a-punch your weapon for free, and you get some really cool loot. You can get like the ray gun. There's a big giant fucking boss fight with a 20-foot zombie thing roaming around the place. There's a rogue helicopter that when you blow it up, it drops a giant case of upgrade materials. There's also some hidden events like these 4 blue rifts that are in every map, and if you go into all 4 of them, you end up getting a bunch of points as a reward. And also there's like a hidden red one sometimes in some of the maps. I haven't yet figured out what that does because I keep fucking it up, because when it sends you 100 feet into the air, you have to try and find it and land in it, and if you miss it, then you fail. Like I said, all these challenges and objectives can give you different rewards, like really powerful weapons, a bunch of upgrade materials, those aforementioned pack-a-punch trophies. Some of these challenges will actually spawn a bunch of mini bosses and big waves of zombies that you have to take care of, like the I can't remember what it's called, the big robot mech zombie. Whenever you kill these mini bosses, they can actually drop perks for free. They can drop crazy ass modded weapons, and they can actually drop kill streaks. That's the thing, you can get kill streaks in this game. And speaking of fish jumping in the ocean right in front of me, you can actually go fishing in a Call of Duty Zombies open world roguelike mode. I'm surprised no one talks about this. There's also these like little crystals of Ethereum or something just around the place, and you can go up and break them and get a bit of loot and stuff. And some of the other collectibles around here is there's vials of zombie essence that are scattered around. They just give you 100 points, and sometimes you can get big ones that are floating in the air, so I think you have have to parachute down to get them. There's also mimics in the game, which is, you wouldn't think that from Call of Duty, fucking fishing mimic chests that turn into this big giant looking alien thing. But as well in this mode, because like I said, it's semi-open world. There's vehicles everywhere. You can just get in a tank or a motorbike and just drive around the place, drive to all the different objectives. And like I said, there's this big end event that like carry these big giant vials of Ethereum or whatever, and it makes you really slow, but you can also do this big AoE explosion in 3 minutes to bring both of them back to this rocket ship that flies into the air. There's one that just spawns in a really powerful wild mutt ass zombie. There's one where you have to escort this like rover thing with a caged monkey on the back through these unstable rifts and try and get it into the zombie dimension or whatever. And sometimes the monkey will die and just turn into a perk, so rest in peace, bro. One of the coolest of these end event challenges is one where you get sent into this little tiny house and you have to play like traditional zombies where they just keep coming in through the windows. You have to repair barriers. So it's like a little contained version of the traditional zombies within this big open world roguelike one. So that's really cool. Like I said, since there's stage progression, you could start off in this ski lodge or this wilderness or an abandoned zoo. And once you've done all the side objectives and then you do the main one, you go to the teleporter. You can actually shoot it to skip around apparently. But then you move to the next stage, which is, you know, another level, and the difficulty ramps up and there's more enemy types and the enemies get harder and have more health. And you've got workbenches scattered around the place where you can craft grenades. There's also these hidden monkey statues that if you shoot them, they give you a self-revive if you're playing solo like a loner like me. Sorry if the shore is a bit loud. I'm literally sitting 2 feet away from it. But that's generally the gist of it. I don't really know how this mode has seemed to get so overlooked. Like there's barely any videos about it, and I haven't ever seen anyone other than myself consider this a roguelike zombies, because in a sense it has a lot of aspects of a roguelike and a lot of similarities in terms of, you know, like I said, the stage-based progression, the upgrades, the challenges, the loot. I consider it a roguelite at least. It doesn't seem to be that popular. There's so much content in this mode, so I'm really hoping Black Ops 6 has their own version. I don't know if they will. Maybe because, you know, no one talks about Outbreak here in Black Ops Cold War, then they won't bother making it because, you know, no one cares. But I care, Treyarch. I care. So if you have Cold War, you didn't know this existed, I would suggest you try it out. You know, it'll take a while to get used to, and like I said, the runs can go on for hours. So once you've pack-punched all 3 of your weapons to the max and you're just killing zombies in one shot, you're taking down mini-bosses in half a clip, it's pretty damn satisfying in my opinion. So if you're a Call of Duty fan, a Zombies fan, and you like roguelikes, I would really suggest you check this one out. Maybe if the player count goes up, then they'll be like, maybe we should make this for Black Ops 6 as well. And then I'll 100% buy Black Ops 6 because I'm still a little on the fence about it. So I hope you enjoy my little rant video about this semi-unknown Call of Duty Zombies roguelike mode. So comment down below if you actually have played Outbreak and are a fan of it, or if you despise Cold War zombies and prefer the old ones. Do you hope Black Ops 6 has Outbreak too? Because I sure do. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. You know, maybe I sold you on this game, maybe not. And if you're interested in get Cold War, or if you already have Cold War, then re-download it and play it right now.